Welcome into TexAgs Radio's Rewind, presented by Yeti. I am joined by the Fan Show guys, who have an awesome segment today. The Rewind today, it was, my first solo show. I feel like I killed it a little bit.
Yeah, you did good. Well, Thursdays, you also got to get on really one of my favorite shows because you got Stephen McGee, you got Aaron Torres.
Yep.
Laura Rutledge, hello.
Yeah,
bring in the superstar.
Yeah, speaking of the Rewind, Stephen McGee, former A&M quarterback, joined me and OB to talk, a lot of transfer portal, a lot of new era of college football stuff. Laura Rutledge of ESPN and SEC Network, she does everything nowadays.
Yeah, awesome.
She was an awesome listen. A person I have looked up to for a very long time, as well as Caroline Fenton, 102.5 The Game in Nashville. She was a great listen to. And then also Logan Lee, former A&M basketball player, as Aggie basketball kicks off SEC play on Saturday. Anything y'all want to chime in? Say anything about?
Gig 'em. We got 2 basketball games this weekend and beat the hell.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Let's check out the Rewind.
It's difficult to form an argument in favor of the production as a coach or some of the locker room issues or just the people person thing. Is the guy going to really help the locker room develop? I would be in favor of your argument there. It was a head scratcher. The fact that they retained him so long, especially after you had some offensive turnover, you felt like he would have been the first guy there. So there's definitely an element of loyalty there by Jimbo Fisher to him. I'm not sure if that goes back to their playing days or what the issue was. But, and then Odazio, I think it's the second one there, just the struggle that the offensive line had and the ability of these young guys to relate to him. It seemed like there was some struggle there as well. So, yeah, I'm in total agreement. There was definitely some head scratchers, especially on the offensive side.
Want to flip the script a little bit, talk a little national championship. So it's going to be Washington and Michigan. What do you think of that matchup? And then also, if you could give your thoughts on Michael Penix, had quite a game against Texas last weekend.
Man, there's no doubt on the latter there. It's not the matchup that I had predicted. I think I picked Texas and Alabama. So what do I know? But Michael Penix is a phenomenal player. He's fun to watch. He's going to be a high draft pick. He deservedly so. I think he's everything that's right with college football. I know I'm not a big transfer portal guy, but he's a case of it working out really, really well. He does it all. It's just he checks all the boxes. Seems like a really good kid, and it's going to be a great matchup. Michigan's got a good defense, and I'm not crazy about J.J. McCarthy, but he's a good football player, and I would not count Michigan out. But I would love to see Washington win it.
Speaking of high expectations, I've grown up an Aggie fan and can just remember every year it's pretty much you're expecting A&M to make some noise. But our arch rival Texas will be coming in the SEC next year, just coming off a playoff appearance. You've seen some pretty incredible SEC games, I would say. Where do you think that's going to rank on your list of games?
Oh my God. I'm so excited about it. I've never experienced these two teams and the rivalry in person. So to be able to hopefully be there and see it, or at least be close to it, I'm so pumped. I've only heard from all my A&M friends how much they can't stand Texas, and vice versa from the Texas people. So I think there's a lot of dislike there, I would put it. And then also, there's so many storylines between these programs and the connectivity between them, just being in the great state of Texas. So I can't wait for that. And I think it's going to give us a preview of a lot more years to come with really some high stakes in the SEC.
Mm-hmm. You may be one of the best compartmentalizers just with your roles in college football and then also professional football. How are you able to focus just on one thing at a time when you obviously have a lot going on?
Oh my goodness. Well, I think my brain is like scrambled eggs most of the time. But I think for me, one of the main things that I try to do is just when I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I say, that's what I'm doing. And I try not to let my brain go elsewhere. So it takes a lot of focus, a lot of multitasking, but also giving yourself some grace, not trying to be perfect all the time. I think that's been kind of a breakthrough for me, is just accepting that with all that I have going on, I might not know every single detail, and I just have to admit that and be prepared as much as I can be for everything that's coming my way.
Yeah, before I let you go, I just want to quickly say that I have admired you for more years than I can ever remember. You are like a heavy reason that I'm sitting in this chair right now, honestly. So it was an honor just to talk some football with you. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. You made my day. You're so sweet and you're doing an awesome job. So never forget that. Keep going. And I'm so proud that I could have any small piece in what you're doing and what your career will be. That's so cool.
No, it has literally been the world against Michigan all season long. So credit to that locker room and credit to Jim Harbaugh for keeping that team focused. And I think that an excellent game plan. And then Texas and Washington, I was hoping that it would be the kind of blockbuster classic that it really was. Two high-powered offenses. And that's really what we got. That's really, how they delivered. I am shocked that Washington decided to run the ball like they did at the end of the game. I thought, Kalen DeBoer, what are you doing? Just take a knee, coast through. It's okay to just, end the game where you have it there. So, and kind of nearly blow up in their face there at the end of the game whenever the running back went down with an injury. But just a really, really fun weekend of football in those two games and really in bowl season as a whole.
Yeah. So talking about Texas and Washington, you are an LSU grad. So I'm curious. There was a couple of arguments made just about Jaden Daniels versus Michael Penix in the Heisman Trophy talk. Just what were your thoughts on Michael Penix's play, and then also people saying that Daniels maybe shouldn't have won the Heisman?
Look, Michael Penix is fantastic. And I think that was shown by the Heisman voting. It was the closest Heisman Trophy vote, I want to say, in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, whatever it was. Michael Penix is fantastic. He put Washington on his shoulders. He made throws that I thought were so impressive. He was able to fit the ball in the teeniest and tiniest of windows, where he had about a 0.5 of a second window that he needed to fit the ball in, and he did. So Michael Penix Jr. is fantastic. I also think it's really easy and really convenient to say that we should wait until after the college football playoff to vote for the Heisman as we're watching the college football playoff.
Yeah.
It's a regular season award. When you look at the regular season, Jaden Daniels, hands down, has been the most valuable player in all of college football.
Just most pleasantly surprising player you saw through non-conference?
Hayden Hefner.
Okay.
Just not only his shot selection, but the fact that he didn't have as many turnovers as he has had. He was a better rebounder, shooting over 40% from the three-point line. He obviously got in the gym in the offseason and built up his confidence and has become a player on this team.
Yeah. Most underwhelming?
I'm about to say Wade. Wade or Manny. Manny should have grown more. I think his what's holding him back is between his ears. He's hesitating. He's thinking too much. He's not just going out and playing basketball like he can, like his physical abilities allow him to do. But Wade also because, preseason All-American, preseason Conference Player of the Year, everything that's coming off of the last 12 to 15 games last season, and no one being able to even touch him except for in the Alabama game and the Penn State game, where A&M just didn't have a good game at all as a team in those two games. Just the momentum that he had. I thought it was going to be tough for Wade the first 3 or 4 games, just because he's going to have to adjust to him being the number 1 and the number 2 option on the scouting report. All the teams are focusing on him at every facet of the game. And so I thought he would have some adjustment period, but really it's been the entire non-conference schedule. He's been hot. He's been cold. He's been good. He really hasn't been bad. I don't think he's made some questionable decisions, but I understand those decisions when it comes to the fact that he didn't have his entire team and he didn't have Boots playing. And so he put more pressure on himself to make the home run plays. But I would say Manny and Wade would be the most underwhelming right now. Yeah,
that'll do it for the TexAgs Radio Rewind presented by Yeti. You know what? I know Nuno will always quiz y'all on what to do at the end of a
This is the easy
YouTube
part.
video.
But I always like Browning saying it because he always messes
You
one
got
up.
a bam, bam,
I
bam.
never mess it up.
He's like,
Never mess it up.
forget
in my life.
one.
You want to like, share, subscribe, comment, and click that notification bell so you never miss another TexAgs Rewind.
do what he says.
And Pack Reed this weekend.
Heck
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.